Hi there, Zamir for NerdTube. These are my thoughts and spoilers of Captains of the World, a Netflix documentary on the FIFA World Cup of 2022 held in Qatar. 6 episodes long, binged it all, and I want to talk about it. First of all, football. No sport is bigger than that. And no tournament is bigger than the World Cup. It is the creme de la creme of sporting tournaments. And reliving all of these moments again was absolutely exhilarating, fascinating, and it gave me the goosebumps I felt back in 2022 when I was watching my country play before they got eliminated by France, my country being England, as well as watching the World Cup final between Argentina and France. Even though I didn't have a dog in that fight, I decided to root for Argentina, even though Argentina and France are both my country's rivals. I chose Argentina simply because France had knocked my country out of the World Cup in this particular tournament, and France had also won the World Cup in 2018. And I wanted to see little Lionel Messi win the World Cup, the one trophy that was eluding his illustrious career. And if you have been living under a rock, you already know that Argentina did win the World Cup, and that final itself was absolutely exhilarating. It was the greatest World Cup final I've ever seen, and this tournament itself was without doubt the greatest World Cup tournament I've ever seen. The first match Argentina had against Saudi Arabia, where they lost 2-1, it was absolutely amazing, and to see them from losing 2-1 against those underdogs who at the time when they played them, they were 1-0 up against Saudi Arabia, and then to lose 2-1, and then to come back and win their remaining matches and win the World Cup. And it wasn't easy, by the way. They made it difficult for themselves, but they did it. Absolutely fantastic. And seeing other teams as well, being underdogs and achieving so much in this tournament. For instance, like Morocco, they got to the semi-finals of the World Cup. Absolutely fascinating following their story as well. Everybody loves an underdog, and because this was also fly on the wall, like players that I had no idea about, like Kylian Mbappe. I mean, I know he's a great player. I just don't know anything about Kylian Mbappe, and to find out more about him by this fly on the wall documentary, seeing how vocal he is in the dressing room, how demanding he is, and nobody tells Kylian Mbappe to shut up. You're just a kid. They respect him. Even the elder players respect him, but they know how great of a footballer he is. And he, even though he doesn't wear the captain's armband, he pretty much is a captain as a football player. He's absolutely fantastic on and off the pitch. A really good documentary where you're following various countries around and finding out certain things about certain players and the ups and downs that they go through to be in the World Cup. It's it's fascinating. It really is. Players like Cristiano Ronaldo, unfortunately for him, he probably will never win a World Cup. I mean, he's at a stage in his career now where it's becoming more and more difficult for him. Luka Modric, I mean, he plays for a country like Croatia that nobody would even put in the picture of winning a World Cup, but they did get to a final back in 2018, and they got to the semi-finals in 2022. And he's a great player in his own right, but I think maybe his time's run out as well. And then you see some of these up and coming players too who've got the future ahead of him, as well as following countries like say Morocco and Senegal, who have players who are like second, third generation Senegalese and Moroccan. Like their parents or their grandparents might be Senegalese or Moroccan, but they themselves are probably French, and yet they end up playing for the team of their parents or grandparents because that's the opportunity they have to play international football, and they take it and they put those countries on the map. Absolutely fascinating. It's really good. If you love your football, you're gonna love this. It's a really good, really good documentary. I couldn't get enough of it. Really well documented. We talk to all types of people, not just the footballers, but journalists as well. Because a lot of these journalists, these sports journalists, they're not just there to write stupid stories on these players. They are invested. They want to see their country win the biggest trophy in football, and to see that in them as well is really cool. Regular people as well, just regular fans following them about. Excuse me, just listening to their thoughts and their opinions, and when Argentina finally wins the World Cup, and the euphoria all over the country, is absolutely amazing. Hearing Emilio Martinez, the Argentina goalkeeper, talking about how people, took out loans and remortgaged their house so they could get a plane ticket to Qatar to watch the finals. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm so happy Argentina delivered for those people who put themselves in debt for the rest of their lives. It's crazy. But yeah, just this sport is absolutely mesmerizing. There's no sport will ever be bigger or better than this. And this is a really good look at the biggest trophy of all, which is the World Cup final. I give this documentary a 7 out of 10. There's, like I said, 6 episodes to watch and lots of intriguing stuff. And yeah, if you want to, if you like, as I said earlier, if you like your football, then watch this particular documentary. Okay, enough babbling from me. I just want to quickly say to like, share, subscribe to NerdTube. We're not only on YouTube, we're on TikTok as well. We're on both platforms. So check us out. If you're watching on one, then check us out on the other and subscribe to us on both. We are, without that, the greatest social media platform you never heard of. Take care. Bye-bye.